Hello and welcome to today's webinar introducing the Fujitsu 6400 scanner. I am Bettina Zbikowski and I'm today's presenter. I am the EMEA product manager for Fujitsu at SPIEGRAPH. So this is what we are going to talk about today. First, the hardware 6400 scanner. You will get a quick features overview, and then we will look in detail about the advantages of this model compared to the competing models. Then I want to do a deeper dive into PaperStream IP, the new scanner driver which is included with the scanner. So not only a features overview, but I will also show you the new user interface. Then we have several use scenarios where you could place the 6400 scanner at your customers. Afterwards, I'm very happy to announce a special promotion for the scanner, which is available exclusively at SPIEGRAPH for you. And we are going to close the session with a question and answer. You are all unmuted during the session, and in case you have any questions, please type them into the chat window and I will answer them after my presentation. The Fujitsu scanner family consists currently of 21 scanner models. They are ranking from the single sheet feed ScanSnap iX100 up to the high volume production scanner 5950, which is operating at a speed of 135 pages per minute. Fujitsu decided to position the new 6400 scanner at the upper end of their professional departmental sections, but it could easily well be placed at the lower end of the production scanner segment. And during my presentation, you're going to see why this is the case. So these are the quick facts of this model. It is a very compact production scanner and measures only 46 by 43 centimeters, so it basically fits on every desk. It scans at both 200 and 300 dpi at speeds in landscape mode of 100 pages per minute, 200 images in duplex mode, or if you want to scan portrait, it would be 85 pages per minute and 170 images per minute. The feeder holds up to 500 sheets in sizes from A8 to A3, and at a list price of below 8,000 euro or 6,500 pounds sterling, it is certainly the most cost-effective scanner in its class. But what does the scanner make unique compared to the competitors? First of all, it is very versatile. You can scan the widest paper range in one batch, which can be paper weights between 20 and 209 grams per square meter, while some competing models start at weights of 32 grams, others even at 42 or 45 grams, or they would require a special thin roller kit to be able to handle thinner documents. You can place them all in the 6400 scanner. Additionally, the scanner comes with lots of so-called auto functionality which are integrated in the driver, which of course reduce the pre-scan preparation time because the scanner does auto color detection, it does auto page size detection, including cropping and of course auto disque and even auto rotation. So therefore, this scanner is the perfect choice for mixed document handling in one batch. At a height of only 31 centimeters and also with a front-loading mechanism, it is ideal for the scan operator to be sitting ergonomically at the desk and feed the scanner from the front without the need to turn around and to twist. The cover opens up to 70 degrees, so it is very easy to access the scanner to clean it or to exchange consumables. And the near silent operation makes it also the perfect choice to be placed in an office environment. The scanner is designed for continuous use, so you can handle scan peaks of up to 40,000 pages per day. The paper can be put into the ADF either centered or aligned to the side of the hopper. And the automatic stacker is equipped with sensors which ensure that the distance between the paper and the stacker is always the same. This makes it especially extremely useful if you have very light documents which tend to fly out of a scanner at high speed, and with this automatic stacker function it is secured that the paper is neatly aligned at the tray after you have scanned your documents. Like the 6800 and the 5950, this scanner is equipped with 3 independent ultrasonic sensors. They can be controlled separately, and this gives you the option to act very flexible in case you have documents with attachments which otherwise might trigger some multi-feed. So it could be barcode stickers or photos or post-it notes which you actually would want to scan. In case these notes have different attachments, have different sizes and are placed at any place of the document, then there's no choice but the manual mode. So the operator has to sit in front of the scanner, and each time a multi-feed is triggered, he will then decide to ignore the multi-feed or if it is really a real multi-feed. IMMF, Intelligent Multi-Feed function, allows you additionally to select 2 different auto modes. The standard auto mode would be selected if you know the exact size and the exact position of your attachment. For example, if you have a document where a picture is glued in a certain area in the upper right corner, you will then define this area, and for all future scans with the photo attached, no multi-feed will be triggered anymore. Auto mode 2 is selected if you do know the area where your attachment is placed. Typically, if you have, for example, a barcode which is always placed at the upper third of your document, you then define this upper third as not to trigger a multi-feed, and again, these documents with the attachment go through your scanner without disturbing your scan process. Paper protection mechanism is a jam protection mechanism which is unique in this scanner segment. What it does monitor the paper movement, and it stops scanning if it detects that a document is bent before it is pulled in, or if it is skewed too much, as this might cause a jam in the scanner, and once the document would be stuck and jammed in the scanner, it might be damaged. So again, for very thin or brittle or sensitive documents, this is a great feature which is in the scanner. The scanner comes with various software products bundled. First of all, PaperStream IP, which we will look at later more in detail, which is the new ISIS and Twain driver, which provides both scanner driver functions and image processing, and it supports black and white, grayscale, color, and even multi-image output of up to 3 images if you wish so. Then PaperStream Capture comes with a scanner. This is a very easy and simple to use batch scanning software which is basically covering the whole batch scan process from scan, image processing, index, separation options, and release of your batch. In case you don't want to use your 6400 scanners for batch scanning, you can also use it for ad hoc scanning. Those of you who are selling ScanSnaps are for sure very familiar with the ScanSnap Manager and the ScanSnap interface. And you nearly have the same now with the ScanSnap Manager for FI series, which comes with the scanners. There, you simply press the scan button on your scanner, and then the ScanSnap quick menu comes up, and there you can choose if you want to do scan to file, scan to email, or even scan the images into usable Word, Excel, or PowerPoint formats. Like all FI scanners, this scanner is also supported by the Fujitsu Scanner Central Admin software. The Central Admin allows you to manage and monitor all your FI scanner series over the network. What you can do with it is upload drivers and settings centrally from one place to your whole scanner fleet. You can also monitor your scanners, and you see the running status or some alerts about consumables which need to be exchanged from a central point. Therefore, of course, you have a reduced scanner downtimes, and it also leads to a lower total cost of ownership of the installed scanner buys. Now, let's look at PaperStream IP a bit more in detail. These are the highlights of PaperStream IP. It is, first of all, a driver and image enhancement software in one layer, which means you don't encounter any conflicts in case you might have chosen different settings in your image enhancement software as opposed to the driver. As you will see later, it has a very user-friendly user interface, and the driver setup is super easy. This practically eliminates the need for training or admin support because it is so easy to use. And of course, the work efficiency will increase due to all the integrated image processing auto functionalities. For black and white scanning, PaperStream IP provides various thresholding methods. Excuse me. Of course, it does image cleanup, which means it removes the noise, the background noise of the documents. This also includes vertical streaks reduction, which might happen especially if the camera of the scanner is a bit dirty. And it also does support dropout color. So these are all typical binarization functions which make sure you have perfect and optimized images for some OCR post-processing. For color scanning, PaperStream IP does tone adjustment, which means it automatically adjusts the brightness and the contrast of the image. It does color cleanup, which means it smoothes the background color. As you can see on the right side image example, the background after color cleanup is much clearer, which is very good if you want to publish some images on the internet. It simply looks nicer, but additionally it even decreases the file size of your scanned images. And of course it supports auto color detection. At page level, which means available for both black and white, grayscale or color scanning, PaperStream IP provides the so-called page control functions, which is the automatic size detection, including deskew and cropping, the automatic image rotation, the blank page detection and deletion. It removes hole punches, and it also does edge correction, which means it fills the content in case some edge of a document is missing. Other functions of PaperStream IP is barcode recognition. It does recognize both 1D and 2D barcodes, which can then be used by your scan application for either indexing or file naming. And it also does support patch code recognition, which could be used by your scan application for some job separation within a batch. Then PaperStream IP has two functions which I decided to call scanning help functions, which is the preview function and the assisted scan function. So let's look at the interface a bit in detail. You actually have two different interfaces in PaperStream IP. You have a simple user interface and you have a normal or more detailed interface. Simple interface is typically used by the scan operator, who basically just selects a scan profile and then scans with the scanner, while the normal or detailed interface can be used by the administrator to adjust settings and to create scan profiles. And the blessing of it all is that the administrator can even decide if he wants to lock the interface. So the user and the operator only has access to the simple dialog and is not allowed to apply any changes to the scanner settings or profiles. The standard interface has 6 options on the left side, which is basic, image, page, paper feeding, batch, and endorser. And each time you click on one of those, on the right side, a different dialog opens up. So like you can see here, we are on basic, and as the name says, you choose the basic settings of the scanner, which is scanning mode. In this case, I decided on black and white. You have the resolution, you have the paper size, and if you now would click on image, a different dialog on the right-hand side opens up, and now we have all the image processing functions which are offered for black and white scanning. Now, let's look at the preview function. What this does is if you click on preview and you are still in the scanner driver and scan a document at the settings you have just chosen, you will immediately see the image on the right side and the effect of your settings on this image. In this case, of course, the result is not so nice, and you certainly would expect a better image quality. So what you now can do is just click on the left side and now, for example, select a different thresholding mode. So instead of the IDTC, you choose the advanced DTC, so the advanced dynamic thresholding, and then you will immediately see what the image would look like. So now you are happy with your settings and would like to want to save this as a profile. You click on the upper left small icon, then the Save Profile dialog comes up. You give it the name, like billing copy, go on OK. And next time your operator would sit at his desk, in his view, he will then be able to select the profile billing copy. Here we have an example of a document which is very hard to scan. It has a dark background, it even has a stained background, very poor contrast between the background and the text. And on top of it all, below it has a picture which has or would require complete different brightness and contrast settings. What you then should use is the assisted scan function of PaperStream IP. This is a visual control and selection of the perfect image, which you do page per page. So it shouldn't be selected in batch scanning mode because, of course, it's a manual adjustment and a manual correction, insert, replace of the perfect image, but certainly a worthwhile option in case you have typically unscannable documents. So you go again into the driver, make once sure that assisted scan is switched on. Then you scan, and what you're going to be presented with is on the left side the original document, and on the right side the current document depending on your selections. You see the small thumbnails on the right side. So each time you would click on a different thumbnail, a different current image would pop up, so you can see immediately the effect of your selection without having to bother of looking at detailed contrast, threshold, clarity levels in the driver. You can of course even enhance this image by using the magnifier function to make sure that every detail is captured perfectly, and once you are happy with your image, you simply save it and go over to the next image. So this is PaperStream IP at a glance. It provides the highest image quality for black and white, color, grayscale, or multi-image output. It has a very nice, easy to learn, easy to use user interface, and it works of course at rated speed. It does not slow down the scanner, and it also supports multi-core CPUs. So let's look at some use scenarios. Who would be the typical customers who would want to use these scanners? There is first the small to medium enterprises. There might be many overall verticals who so far have not thought of centralized document capture, as it simply was too expensive. So here we have a very cost-effective scanner to introduce centralized document capture to them. With the included PaperStream capture, they can easily set up scan to archive or scan to SharePoint. It can of course also be used for any process automation, be it for invoices, HR documents, or others. And it is the perfect scanner for cost-effective setup of a digital mailroom installation. Larger organizations might want to deploy the scanner across multiple locations. They possibly have less documents in their branch offices, but still want to have the benefits and ease of use of a production scanner model. In this case, the 6400 scanner is the perfect scanner for distributed scanning in all these branch offices. And even if you only have lower document volumes per day, it can still cover some scan peaks, as I said earlier, up to 40,000 documents per day. Service bureaus might consider this one as a cost-effective add-on to their scanner infrastructure. In case they already have 6800 scanners, it is even better because the 6400 scanner does use the same consumables as the 6800 scanners. So you can add redundancy and use it as a backup model in larger scanner installations. You can of course also use it to cover additional peak times. And last but not least, due to the compact size and it only weighs 32 kilograms, it can easily be brought to a customer to digitize document on site at a customer's. Now I'm happy to announce a very special promotion which is available exclusively for all SPIEgraph network partners, which is buy a 6400 scanner until the end of June and you will receive triple points in the SPIEgraph Plus Pack Club. Plus Pack Club is our permanent bonus program for all partners, and what you get is for scanners or service purchased at SPIEgraph, you can collect points which can be accumulated and then be redeemed against very nice prices. Those of you who are not familiar with the Plus Pack Club, I encourage to take a look at it. You can go on www.pluspackclub.com and then you have the opportunity, if you click on the right side on the here for the first time, to browse through the club and just see how easy it is to register scanners, to collect points, how many points you will get per scanner, and also, of course, which nice prices you are then entitled to select. So the promotion means permanent promotion always for this scanner. You will get 55 points for each 6400 scanner. From today until the end of June, you get 165 points instead. This is not limited by quantity, so you may sell and register as many 6400 scanners as you wish. And as you can see below, for example, if you're selling 5 scanners and registering them, you would be entitled to select an iPhone 6 from our prices. This was it from my side for the presentation. I thank you all for listening in, and now I do open up for some questions.